Hello guys, S2W here as your average consumer. Here with some new pickups late in the summer, and you already know it. It's the fire, the lava hot, the hype is real sneaker from Adidas, the NMDs R1, or simply known as NMD R1. The NMDs were only first launched at the beginning of this year in 2016. Drop in knowledge, the NMDs were actually inspired by three designs of old school Adidas sneakers that came out during the mid-80s. These included the Adidas Micro Pacers, which featured the first wearable technology on a shoe, where there was a sensor and microchip that would provide performance statistics for athletes. The second shoe was the Adidas Rising Star, which is famous for a sneaker that came with additional inserts for athletes to customize their own cushion elements. And last but not least, the trainer and runner, the Adidas Boston Supers. The first NMDs dropped during February and March of 2016 with various models, such as the NMD R1s with the mesh uppers, the NMD R1 PKs with the full prime knit upper, NMD CS1s City Sock featuring a laceless prime knit upper sneaker that fits like a sock, and NMD C1s, the chukkas with suede upper. There were a lot of different colorways for each model, and sometimes even different upper knitting, such as the circa knit and wool for the NMD R1s. There were so many different colorways that obviously some are nicer and more iconic than the other. All of the NMD designs sports the popular Adidas Boost technology with its iconic embedded EVA plugs on the midsole of the shoes. With every release, the NMDs were always sold out, especially when I live in Canada, where it's a desert for finding more popular Boost technology shoes. It was a blessing when Adidas announced that they would drop 9 new colorways of the NMD R1s as a general release. Many online stores had them, and popular shoe retailers had them in store for sale as well. It was Boost Christmas in Canada. If you really wanted a pair, it was easily accessible and finally possible to get them. During the launch on Adidas Canada, the NMD R1 3M Monochrome pack were the first R1s to sell out within the first minute, then the rest soon followed. I was able to obtain 2 pairs of NMDs that day, one in store without any raffle and the other through mail. The first pair of NMD runners I bought were the white mesh R1s with its signature black EVA plugs. I love how they painted the EVA plugs here black. It gives a very strong pop to the shoe. The sneaker is made out of a one-piece mesh upper that does not have an apparent traditional tongue, much like a quick slip-on but with laces. The mesh is lightweight and breathable, as you can see the shadows of my fingers waving through the mesh material, so you'll know for sure that your feet will be kept cool during hot weather. For this colorway at least. On the lateral side of the shoe, you have 2 EVA plugs, or Lego blocks as many people simply call it. They're embedded on and into the shoe, and they are there to create more stability as you walk. This is the reason why I think the boosts on these NMDs are not as squishy when compared to like Pure Boosts or Ultra Boost, but still comfy nonetheless. On the front block, they engraved the Adidas logo on it, while for the back block, only vertical grooves for the sleek design. On the medial side, you only see one block and that's on the back as well. Same thing, vertical grooves. The iconic 3 stripes from Adidas is also welded on both sides of the sneakers. Oh, and did I mention? Those 3 stripes are 3M and will glow if light is reflected on it in a certain way. Flash photography anyone? The tongue tab has an Adidas logo embossed there for branding, which is also 3M as well. Then you have the back of the shoes, where you'll see a heel counter with a molded heel patch. There's an Adidas logo on that as well for the extra heel lockdown and durability for the heel. Taking a look on the inside, you will see further padding for your heel as well. You can't miss the pull tab. As for NMDs, they are the very iconic branding for this shoe, with the words, the brand with the 3 stripes written in either German, Japanese, English, or French. These are random, so each and every pair will have its own strip of unique pull tabs. On the bottom of the shoe, it is constructed with a rubber outsole for increased durability and bite as you walk on the ground, with a noticeable engraving of additional Adidas logos and branding as well, matching the color of the EVA plugs. The second pair of R1s I got were with the gray upper and semi-solar red blocks, aka the wool NMDs. Not to be confused with wool materials, it's actually still mesh, but offers a 2-tone effect contrast, wool type stitch detailing on the full upper. Again, the sneaker looks very sleek, street ready, and high tech with the use of Boost technology with the energy returning properties, supposedly to keep our every step charged with energy that keeps you light on your feet. I also like this colorway because it offers something different and unique than the other 8 NMDs that launched together. Both of the back Lego blocks on each shoe have an off solar red colorway for that extra pop, and if you look under the shoe, the part with the Adidas branding is in solar red as well. The biggest difference of the 2 NMDs I have today lies inside the sneakers. The mesh upper on the gray NMD are actually thicker than the other white mesh upper I've bought. I'm assuming it's because of the stitch detailing on the outside that caused this model to add another layer of padding or fabric material inside. These gray wools won't be as breathable as the white meshes I've shown earlier, and might actually be better for the fall months when you want to keep your feet a tad warmer. Not saying you can't rock these in the summer, but the white meshes will be more breathable as the mesh is thinner. Even though the grays have a thicker fabric, I still find them flexible, if not more or less the same as the white meshes, so I don't think you will have a huge problem with different sizing between the two colorways. Another major difference between these gray NMDs are the obvious stitching on the upper running across the shoe, and near the back as well. The white NMDs have the same stitching, but they taped it over with a white piece of adhesive instead of showing the actual stitching. Inside both sneakers, you have an embedded insole that can't be taken out. Overall, these gray NMDs have the same structural design as the white mesh NMDs, including a 3M tongue tab and 3M Adidas stripes. But one more thing different are the laces on the grays. These are 3M laces, which the previous model of the white mesh does not offer. As for the cost, both of these men's NMD R1s were retailed at 160 Canadian dollars. Is it justified for its price? I personally do not think they should be more than the Adidas Pure Boost, which those retail at 150 Canadian. As for the two models I have on hand, in my opinion, I feel like the gray wools will get your money's worth just because of the quality of the material. Specifically, the fabric feels better on hand when you compare the two. No hate on the white meshes though, they are still great, but the feel of the grays with the off-solar red blocks have more weight to it than the somewhat delicate and thin white mesh when they are both priced at the same price. Besides, the 3M laces are on the grays too. But that's just me, cause I have to brace myself because winter is coming. Well, I guess fall, because these are not winter sneakers. Anyways, here are some NMD R1 fit footages. Fit-wise, they pretty much go true to size. A little roomier on the white mesh because it has a thinner fabric. They fit wide and flat, so if you fall under those categories, you'll love this shoe. Comfort is very subjective, but I do still find that these NMD meshes fit comfy. If you are the type where you like squishiness, go for Pure Boost or Ultra Boost. These NMDs are squishy, but you'll only feel a small fraction of it when you compare to something like the Pure Boost or Ultra Boost. Throw me some likes if you liked the video, and let me know in the comments if you bought any of the NMDs that dropped lately, or if you just went for the newer model, the NMD XR1s. That's it for today, S2W signing off.